For this video review, we're going to take a look at another GridIron Studios heavy weapons set. So the weapon set or the heavy weapon set that we're going to take a look at is called Desert Painless by GridIron Studios. So 1:12 scale, good for G.I. Joe classified series and NECA or Marvel Legends. So we have Desert Painless in its configuration, basic configuration, 3-part system. Actually, this minigun, M134 minigun system is offered in 2 colorations. So it's in flat dark earth and the other is going to be olive green. But with regards to which color to use, it's going to be a personal choice. I went for the flat dark earth configuration or color because the details would stand out better versus the olive green one. Okay, so let's take a look at the backpack first. So the ammunition bag. So this is the details of the bag, and I really don't know why we have a hole on this section. So this is the details on the side, the top, and we have the connection port for the belt. So this thing would connect with this side of the ammo belt. So the smaller peg is going to connect with the minigun. So this is the details of the ammunition belt. So it is really made of soft pliable material of plastic, so you could bend it to whichever position that you want and it's not going to break. Now this is the peg system that connects the backpack to the action figure, and you could also put in if you want a more secure fit that it won't fall off the action figure, you could place a double-sided tape on this section, that rectangular section in the backpack. But the only thing that this thing really lacks, this backpack, is going to be a backpack harness. So you have to resort to borrow, if you have a G.I. Joe classified series Outback action figure that you modify the backpack strap system, you have to get that backpack strap system if you're going to pair it with a G.I. Joe classified series 1, because if you're going to just attach it to the back of a figure, it's going to look weird that this thing does not have a strap system. So either you get a action figure that already has a vest on, or one that would have some kind of a Y harness or a backpack strap system like the G.I. Joe classified series. So we already discussed this material. So this end connects to the backpack, that end connects to the minigun, and let's take a look at the minigun. So we have the barrels, and the barrels would rotate because on the other end of the M134, so we have this where you could take a hold of that to rotate the barrels. And the individual barrels on this M134, I think you could possibly fit in muzzle devices or effects to mimic that the minigun is firing off bullets. So this is the details of the pistol grip, trigger, and the carry handle. Now with regards to positioning this with an action figure, I find it hard to really let the figure grip onto this handle system. So most of the time it's going to be on this section. Since GridIron Studios would use bazooka as the model for this Desert Painless accessory, then let us take out my G.I. Joe classified series bazooka action figure. So with regards to the vest that belongs to a Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder Thor Ragnarok action figure, and the simple items that I added to this action figure, just a repetition from what I already mentioned in a previous video of this guy. Is just going to be the vest and a pistol. So let's put on the M134 on this action figure and compare it with other action figures. So this is how bazooka would look with that M134 minigun or desert painless set. So this is the image that has been portrayed by GridIron Studios. Now this bazooka action figure is erring more on the bigger side of G.I. Joe Classified Series action figures. So the other G.I. Joe Classified Series action figures would be erring on the smaller scale or the 6-inch scale. This is going to somehow be in around 6.25 inches tall or 6.30 inches tall, taller than the other G.I. Joe Classified Series line. Now I think the other character that's going to somehow blend well with this GridIron stuff is going to be G.I. Joe Classified Series Gung Ho. So let's take that Gung Ho figure and pair it with this minigun. So I brought in my other G.I. Joe Classified Series favorites. So we have Duke, we have Flint, and we have Gung Ho. So as you could see, these two action figures are bigger than these two guys. So let's transfer that weapon system to this action figure. So we have Desert Painless with Gung Ho. So I took out the head cover or the hat of Gung Ho so we could really take a look at the proper height of the action figure built versus the M134 GridIron Studios prop. So you could really see whether it's a proper match. So this is how the figure looks with that weapon system on. But for a average sized G.I. Joe Classified Series action figure like Recondo, which actually I bought this set, this minigun set for my Recondo action figure. So as you could see, it really airs on the bigger side. So somehow the scale is just not right, but I think that I'd be still able to use the ammunition backpack, but the gun I have to assign to another figure. But for a NECA figure like this Arnold D800 action figure, it's just going to be a really nice fit. Actually, it really blends well or fits the action figure like a glove. So let's try another action figure just to really confirm my suspicion that the scaling is just for figures like this NECA figures. So it's going to be 7 inches above. So let's try this GridIron Studios minigun with my John Wick Diamond Select action figure. So as you could see, the height difference between these two action figures. So let's see whether this is going to really blend well with this action figure. So this is how Diamond Select John Wick looks with that GridIron Studios M134 Desert Painless minigun. So all because of a dog. So with regards to scaling, this GridIron Studios M134 suits a bigger action figure like this, but actually still okay with Arnold. But for regular size G.I. Joe Classified Series figures like Flint, like Recondo, like Duke, it's going to be on the bigger side of things, so it's not a proper fit. So with regards to scaling, I think it's going to be displayed with John Wick. So my G.I. Joe Classified Series Recondo is back to using the minigun system that I set up for him. So Actually, this GridIron Studios 1:12 scale M134 minigun lacks two things. So as I already mentioned, backpack strap, and the other thing that it lacks, the second thing, is going to be a power supply, because the M134 is electric driven. So it is not your traditional rifle system that relies on the cycling of the rifle to extract and feed ammunition. This thing is electric driven, so that explains why it has a very high rate or cyclic rate of fire. At about one click, it's going to be 1000 rounds and you're already done, because it fires through the use or aid of electric. So that's it. So I guess I still need to really configure this M134 with a battery system that I could possibly attach to the bag. Okay, so still a cool looking accessory that I could still pair with a John Wick action figure, instead of having your traditional Glock 34 or having that Benelli shotgun or having that spiced up AR-15. So I guess this is going to really set my Diamond Select John Wick action figure apart from the others. Really make this action figure my own. Okay, so if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.